Are you lying to me? Good afternoon. So, um, I don't like to call out other agents on lies. I don't find it that enjoyable, but you know, I'm out here and I think it's the best that we just go over some of the lies that I've overheard through the years or that I know about that listing agents will say. And maybe it'll help you when you make a choice to find a good real estate agent, one with integrity. So let's get into it. I did this myself, so I don't have any sources today, but let's go through it. Number one, now is the great time to sell your home. So is it right now? Well, probably. When the market is down, is it still a good idea to sell your home? I was working with a seller just before the pandemic hit. He was getting emails from another agent in town. And just before the pandemic, the agent was saying that you have to sell now because the economy is going to collapse and your house will be worthless. And then 3 months later, the housing market is on fire. Same agent writes that it's time to sell now because the housing market is totally on fire. What changed? Well, nothing. The real estate agent is trying to cause a sense of urgency for prospective sellers. Number two, I can't negotiate my commission. You can or you won't. That's the real question. And to be honest, I think that the average seller has no idea what to expect in terms of commission. From what point does the negotiation start if you have no idea what your commission usually is? The agent in front of you may not be able to negotiate their commission for all kinds of reasons, so it might not be a lie. However, it could be. That being said, you have to understand as a seller a few things. One, going with the lowest commission you can find is as your only basis for choosing an agent will usually land you in a bad spot. For one, the agent isn't going to be putting their best foot forward, or another, you might not be getting the service you'd expect. And then two, there's a time to negotiate commission. If you call up an agent and the first thing you do is try to negotiate commission without any sort of context, the agent is probably rightly not going to want to have anything to do with you at all. And they're probably going to try and raise their commission because they perceive that you're going to be a pain in the ass. So keep that in mind. Number three, your house is worth X. There's this odd dance that occurs when home sellers are looking to list their property for sale. They tend to work in two camps. The first camp looks at commission as the only determining factor on choosing an agent, and the second camp looks at how much the agent says the house is worth. In the real estate industry, we call this practice buying the listing. It's pretty simple. Let's say you see a Zillow estimate and it says the house is worth $300,000. Zillow estimates are still pretty terrible. So then you call two agents out. One shows you actual recent comparable sales that indicate that the house is probably worth $325,000. The second agent comes out and asks what the first agent says and says he can sell it to you for $350,000. Sellers in their mind think, I'm going to go with that guy. The guy that says $350,000, even though there's no justification for the price. But why? They like the confidence of the real estate agent. They think it will help sell the house. And then sellers want to make the most possible on the house. So I mean, it's totally understandable. But what happens when it doesn't sell? Well, it's likely to be months after you listed the house before you're going to realize that you've been duped. And you'll probably hear how you need to lower the price with the agent you listed with. It's not like you're going to call the first agent who is honest with you and the price and admit you were wrong. The world doesn't work that way. Number four, I have a list of 1,000 buyers ready to buy your house right now. They don't have 1,000 buyers ready to buy your house as soon as it's listed. They may have a cousin that would buy your house if you sold it to them for below market price, but they don't have 1,000 buyers unless they're counting the people in the local phone book. If people are still using those even. Your house is perfect and you just need to list it. So could there be a house out there that is perfect before you list it? I guess. Would your home sell faster and for more money if you made some tweaks to the home before listing it? Absolutely. Is this the worst lie ever? I don't think so. In making compliments to your home that are unwarranted, the agent is looking to position themselves as your buddy. They don't want to come across as insulting. After all, you own the home and usually have pride in it. So it makes no sense for the agent to say that your house needs, this needs to be fixed, this needs to be changed, and stuff like that. I mean, because it's kind of insulting. So they'll often say, oh, the house is just perfect. And then what'll happen is, like, if you choose to go with them, they'll take, like, during the photo sessions, all of a sudden some of your stuff will get moved out of the room, and you'll be like, "What's going on?" And it's, "Oh, nothing, nothing. Everything's fine." Um, Another one is something, 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 something. We're number one. Are you the top listing agent in St. Louis? Is that by transaction or volume? Are you the top brokerage in St. Louis? Is that by transaction or volume? What type of brokerage is it? Is it a flat fee listing? Is it a traditional brokerage? It's usually a lie. If you work on a team of 15 people and last week you were selling cosmetics at Macy's, are you really number one at anything? Especially not selling houses. And I'm not trying to put down anyone at Macy's. My point is that new agents are quick to take advantage of positions that they didn't have anything to do with. And the subjectiveness of number one makes the lie even more ridiculous. Number 7, your house doesn't need professional photos. Why do people fall for this one? You're paying a listing agent to sell your house, and you're going to let them use their iPhone and snap a few pictures for the listing? What kind of nonsense is this? If you ever hear a real estate agent say this, just walk away. They aren't serious and they aren't professionals. Number 8, if I don't sell your house, I'll buy it guaranteed. What kind of nonsense is this? Who falls for this? And let's be completely honest. If the real estate agent is so anxious to buy the house, why wait to put it up on the market? Just sell it right there and then. He should also save on commissions because the agent didn't have to go anywhere to find a buyer. This is a tactic to get in the door. It's not real. Go ahead and ask the agent how many homes they've bought in the past year or 2 years due to their guarantee. If there are a lot of homes purchased, why? Why is the agent that bad at selling homes to the public? If there are no homes purchased, why? Is the agent the greatest agent ever? Why do they need the guarantee? Number 9, I'll personally work with you through the entire selling process. If you're working with a real estate team, the chances that the listing agent is going to work with you through the entire process is slim. They aren't putting a sign in your yard. They aren't going to personally be attending the open house. They aren't going to be preparing the listing, and they may have a team member field all listing inquiries. And when the house is under contract, it's likely to go to a closing coordinator. The only time you know that you've been had is when someone in the office asks for a review, and by then you forgot that you went with that listing agent in the first place because they were going to work with you throughout. Note that it's entirely fine for listing agents with teams to tell you up front that they aren't going to be around for anything more than the listing paperwork. It's the lying part that I don't like. And now we get to number 10. It's the most contentious one, the contentious lie I hear, and that is open houses don't sell houses. You'll read somewhere that where some agent or some investor will say the listing agent is only having an open house so they can find more listing opportunities. That's not been my personal experience. I've sold at least 3 homes because of an open house, and I'm quite sure that many buyers who end up writing contracts on houses have taken the opportunity of an open house to come through the house again to double down and make certain that they want to make an offer. There can be instances where not having an open house makes sense, but the blanket statement that open houses don't sell houses is a lie. That's what I have for you today. People are trying to sell. I get it. I understand. The only way you can guard against these types of lies is to know that they're coming ahead of time and figure out a way to verify the information that you hear. And even then, I was thinking about one instance where someone will say, if there's 2 agents, an agent will say, if you list the home with me, let me list the home for 2 weeks. And if I don't sell it within that 2 weeks, you can go list it with someone else. Okay. Is that a lie? Well, I don't know. The likelihood that you're going to you go through all the effort of listing the house, okay, the likelihood that you're going to cancel after 2 weeks, and go with another agent is like not going to happen, because you're not going to admit that you were wrong, right? I mean, so I don't know. I just wanted to put the ones that I know of on the seller side. I'll do a buyer one down the road. But that's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and I'll catch you on the next one.